annual festival of elite self-adoration got underway this week in Davos, Switzerland. That's where billionaires, bureaucrats and BS artists get together to plan how they can shape the world in their image. It's all put together by the World Economic Forum under the stewardship of Klaus Schwab. Remember, he's the man behind the Great Reset and the "you'll own nothing and be happy" mantra. I should point out he's also an astounding hypocrite, like so many of the blowhards at Davos. See, they want to reinvent capitalism to save the planet by forcing kooky green schemes on the rest of us, all while flitting about in private jets, living in mansions and driving luxury cars. This year's Davos meeting is run under the mantra of working together, restoring trust. Well, that's a wise move, given how their agenda to oppress, control and coerce normal people has come to the fore over the past couple of years. Again, a reminder, Schwab boasted how the WEF had infiltrated governments right around the world.
They all have been young global leaders of the World Economic Forum. But what we are very proud of now is the young generation, like Prime Minister Trudeau, President of Argentina and so on, so that we penetrate the cabinets.
If that's not enough, they even thought that shutting down cities was actually a good thing, although they've since tried to delete that evidence. And this mob even think we should be eating bugs to save the planet. Somehow, I don't think these Davos elites will be accompanying their fancy wine with a side of crickets. No, 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 that's just for the rest of us. But what I have found fascinating this year, though, is the scrutiny that the WEF and the Davos Love-In is getting, not from mainstream media, but from independent journalists. They are lifting the lid on a whole bunch of questionable stuff that usually goes under the radar or is underreported. Here's the Indian Minister for Oil being interviewed by Australia's Avi Yemeni and admitting that Schwab wants to rule the capitalists of the world.
So I told Mr. Klaus Schwab then, if you have to woo the capitalists of the world, go beyond the European ones, go and get the Americans also and get the other. So I'm very happy they're doing well.
So you're the reason why Klaus Schwab is ruling the world?
I'm not the reason. I'm just somebody who's been interacting with him since the 80s.
Yeah, thank goodness for Avi Yemeni being there. We've also seen corporate titans boast of how they're working towards monitoring what you buy, what you eat, and where and how you can travel. Here is the boss of tech giant Alibaba.
We're developing, through technology, an ability for consumers to measure their own carbon footprint. What does that mean? That's where are they traveling? How are they traveling? What are they eating? What are they consuming on the platform? So, individual carbon footprint tracker.
Nothing to worry about there, hey? Social credit score, anybody? But it is not all foreigners that are chipping into this oppressive agenda. Here's Australia's own e-safety commissioner, Julie Inman-Grant, on how we have to recalibrate freedom of speech and human rights.
And everything feels binary when it doesn't need to be. So I think we're going to have to think about a recalibration of a whole range of human rights that are playing out online, you know, from freedom of speech to the freedom to, you know, to be free from online violence, or the right of data protection to the right to child dignity.
Okay, she's right, to a point. We do need to remove the crazy cancel culture that's encouraged by the oppressive leftist elites. But somehow, I don't think that's actually what she meant. See, recalibrating human rights for the Davos crew is more likely to mean restricting more of your rights. And this mob at Davos, they've even got special badges for the Swiss police. Have a look at this. Now, to me, it looks like a couple of goats preparing to butt heads. Now, I think that's appropriate symbolism for this tribe of Davos bleaters. The only thing missing is a symbol of us being crushed between them.